Irreverent, entertaining, cool. You're listening to LA Talk Radio.
You're listening to Jenny's Real Talk on the Block with Jennifer DeVoe, only on LA Talk Radio.
Welcome, 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 all you entertainment holics out there in Radio Land. It is time yet again for another thrilling, exciting installment of, you guessed it, Jenny's Real Talk on the Block, produced by Get Real Global Entertainment. That's coming at you live each and every Wednesday afternoon from 3 to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If I could speak, I'd be happy. On LA Talk Radio, Channel 1, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Spreaker, SoundCloud, Sonos, Google Play, and on all Amazon Alexa devices. This week, Wednesday, December 13th, we bring you author, and I'm hoping I'm not butchering her name when I say this, Susanne Bellefeuille. I'm not sorry. Bellefeuille. I get. I'll have her pronounce it when she gets on the air. She has a book. She has a book. Here, let me put you on. Actually, this is your hostess with the most, is Jennifer. I forgot that part. Jennifer DeVoe, and
it's your show.
My awesome. I mentioned the name of it. I thought I was doing good with that part. Anyway, my wonderful co-host. Business partner and AKA the husband, JJ, James Muse. What up?
How you doing, Jennifer?
I'm good. What's up?
I'm doing swell.
All right.
What's going
on? Our guest today is an author with a book titled The Path of Lucas. Again, her name's I don't know if it's Susan or Suzanne, but we'll find out when she comes on.
So I guess her
last name looks French.
Okay.
So I don't want to butcher it because the Frenchy names they sound way different than how they're spelled.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I've seen them before.
You know, like my last name is DeVoe. So, but when you look at it, you're like, huh? That's how you get that out of that? Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I understand. I don't want to butcher her name, so we'll have her say it when she comes on. But it's a book called The Path of Lucas. She is. This is what made me really look at her. Was it Blackhawk Books? It's Black Chateau Publications. They are. It's Desiree Duffy is the person who sent them over to me.
Okay.
Like I said, Black Chateau Publishing, like a book publishing company.
Okay.
I don't know if she's Desiree sent this person over. Says it's the type of author that Oprah would love.
Oh.
Her book is
that's an Oprah book.
Her book is literary and beautiful. She is the perfect guest for a show topic about family, the impact of depression on family, the signs of mental illness, how to talk to children about mental illness in the family, and the hard choices people must make in their lives. Her book has been compared to The Notebook and The Longest Ride. Okay. She'll be calling in today because she lives in Canada.
Oh, wow. Yes.
She lives in Ontario, Canada.
That's a little bit too far for
the province
a 50-minute show.
The province of Ontario. So go to HTTP, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it's pathoflucas.com. www.pathoflucas.com. I don't want to keep up, blah, 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 blah.
HTTP,
blah, 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 // semicolon, hockey stick. No, I'm just kidding. No.
Smiley face, teary face.
No, sorry. www.pathoflucas.com. Lucas.
Okay.
About the author. She is a sister, mother, grandmother, and an inspirational mentor to many people. She graduated from social service worker program at St. Lawrence College in Cornwall, Ontario, Canada. She spends countless hours offering her professional aid, guidance, and most importantly, her friendship to people with intellectual disabilities.
Oh, wow.
Her life changed remarkably after the realization that her desires would require her to complete college and set a better example for her children and grandchildren. From being a high school dropout and a mother at the young age of 17, she has journeyed to a considerable distance to become the successful person she is today. Her journey is not only to write books, but also to help people reach their full potential, as she truly believes that everyone deserves the opportunity to shine in life.
Jeez.
I like that. So I thought it sounded good.
She waited well until she got in adulthood and
right, yeah,
kind of like what we're doing.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm not a grandmother yet. Don't go there. Anyway, overview of the book.
Well, no, you're not a grandmother. No.
Yet.
Not yet.
Yet. I'm almost there.
You have opportunities.
Yes. Overview of the book. Path of Lucas follows Lucas Clarkson, who is a simple man, a family man, and a hard-working farmer's son. From a small town in eastern Ontario, Canada, the author Susanne brings us on Lucas's journey through the trials and tribulations of his life. Lucas's path is not as simple as the man he's portrayed to be. From the days spent working on his dad's farm to becoming a successful mechanic, with a genuine heart and his incredible strength, Lucas faces many difficult decisions. The choices he makes may be the difference between realizing his dreams and keeping his family together. Based on true events. This is her first novel.
Oh, okay. Oh,
so she's going to be calling in here very soon. Yes. Well, hopefully that wasn't her. That's some weird number.
Stop it.
Well, I don't know at what time that came in, is the whole point. I said not to call in until 3:10, but God only knows.
Well, maybe she's early. She's prompt.
Yes, that's why I said yeah, because I wanted to introduce the book and introduce a little about her before she, before she came on.
Yeah,
and it's quite the amount of stuff I had written here. So, but no, I like the website. I went to pathoflucas.com, but this talks about what was it? Yeah, mental illness in the family, and how to deal with that.
Okay.
And kids being being misdiagnosed or something with ADHD or something like that.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff going, that people have been through. And no, that was way earlier. That was not for us.
Oh,
that was at 1:27 p.m.
Oh,
so
no.
we're good. Nobody called in. We're just making sure we don't want to go there.
We don't want to miss the call.
We don't want to miss any calls.
No. Speaking of calls, baby, give them the number.
Yes. Well, they're gonna call in on that number, but yeah. It's
right.
323-203-0815. But that's for the author. No, I'm just kidding. That's 323-203-0815. Well, yeah. They haven't quite perfected the being able to take two calls at the exact same time thing here at LA Talk Radio. So when the guest has to call in, it's just a 15-minute call. She's just calling in to talk about her book, and answer some questions about just like, where her inspiration came from to write this fully. Was it something that she dealt with her own child, with a grandchild? I just kind of would like to know more about what, and if this. I mean, this is based on a true story, but is it written? It must be written in a fictional sense, but it's still
changed some names and.
Yeah, but
the base of the story is the same, but change the names and
Well, I don't know. She'll call in, but we have a lot of stuff to talk about today, And I'm thinking that maybe our caller. Hi, you're on the air with Jenny from Jenny's Real Talk on the block. Who am I speaking with?
Susanne Bellefeuille.
There we go,
Hi.
Suzanne. At least I said that part right. How do you say the last? How do you say the last from your last name?
Bellefeuille.
Bellefeuille. Okay.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thanks.
I like it. Very nice. I'm from Northern Maine. A lot of the names are like that. Like
Oh,
they don't sound like they look.
Ours is
Yeah.
It's different. Yeah, I'm used to that. So I was telling our listeners a little about you and about your book. What I took from your website, but I kind of wanted to know a little more about it from a personal point of view, where you're the author. I see that this is your first book.
Yes, it is.
What prompted you to write such an exceptional story?
My dad. He's my hero. I wrote a fiction, but it's based on a true story. And I write about my dad's journey throughout his life. He had so many ups and downs, and he never gave up.
Wow.
One big thing I focused on was my mom's depression.
Okay.
In the 70s, she took a psychotic depression. And the doctors treated her, and, there's nothing they could do. She wasn't coming back. And so my dad said, let me try. And he got her back to us.
Oh, wow.
It was amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, all the doctors, everything they did, shock treatments and medication, and
Shock
it was just
treatments.
coming through.
It was the 70s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah. Not that they still don't do that. Because believe me, they do.
I hope. Yeah, I think they still do.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But they wanted
amazing.
her to go into an institute
Oh, wow.
back in the 70s, and my dad said no, and that's why, I want to write about him, because he, no matter what he went through, he always found a way. I lost a brother at 21.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He died
to
of
hear that.
cancer,
Yeah.
and my dad was there for us, and for also my brother going through what he was going through, and he stood strong all the way through that.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Sounds like you have
he
a
is
good
amazing,
dad.
man.
Yeah, he's a strong person.
Yeah, very strong. He knew the power of love. I always say that.
That's a good dad.
Yeah.
That's a good dad.
He was amazing.
So I'm sure that this affected you greatly as a child, seeing this. What form did you see it in?
Well, I was 8 years old when this happened, and it's so hard because they told us that our mom was sick, right? And why can't I go to the hospital? Because when my aunt was sick, my mom would take me to the hospital to visit my aunt, right?
Okay.
Right.
And so it was kind of confusing, how come I couldn't see my mom? But there was reasons why I couldn't. But people back then didn't talk about mental illness. It's just, your mom is sick. Even my dad would say, your mom is sick, and the doctors are trying to work on her. She's going to get better.
Right.
But it was really hard on me because I was the only daughter. I have 4 brothers,
Right.
and I was very close to my mom, right?
Yeah.
And it's almost a whole year that my mom was hospitalized.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
that's
So she couldn't really
an
see her.
extended stay.
Yeah.
That's a long time to be in one of those places.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I wanted to talk about it. And my mom passed away when she was 53 of a heart attack.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I wanted to write about my family life. And I asked my dad, and I told Dad, I says, Dad, I want to write a book about you. And he said, a book about me? He was all impressed, right? I said, yeah. So we had a lot of quality time together talking about all this stuff, right? So it was great.
Oh, wow.
It's really wow. This really hits home because it's the same kind of what I went through as growing up.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah. My dad is like that.
Okay, yeah, it's very hard. It's hard on the children. It's hard on the spouse.
Yeah, my mom was the one with the mental problems, and she was very abusive to us kids and to my father.
Okay.
So I know what you're going through.
Yeah.
You know?
And then that's why I want to write about it, because as children we keep everything to ourselves, right? We don't speak out. We don't know who to reach out to.
Because you're told not to talk about it. We don't talk about that stuff in polite company, as my Nana would always say. Or you don't talk about that sort of thing outside of the house. Mental illness or abuse or any of it. You don't talk about your dirty laundry outside the house.
Exactly.
So that makes us shut down. Yeah, it makes you shut down. Makes you shut down as a person, and then when you get to be an adult, then you still don't want to talk about your problems because you were told all your life not to talk about stuff.
Yeah, and it affects you even throughout your own life. Whenever you go through your own stuff, you don't want to talk about it.
Right.
That's what happened to my mom. So she kept silent.
Oh, that's sad.
And whatever happened in her childhood, she kept silent. And, this is what happens to a person when you don't speak out. Right. Yeah. And now I'm writing a second book. I think I'm on about chapter 6. I'm speaking about my mom, about what she's talking throughout the book, about what she went through.
From her perspective. Okay. I like that. I like that.
So I really want it to open up more, because I think it's very an important subject to talk about.
It is, and I'm thankful to you. You're going to have to talk. I can't talk.
Oh, she's really feeling. This book is really close to home for her, and she's really affected by it, and it reminds her of her family and the stuff she was going through, and her father and stuff. Like he went through some of the same stuff that your father has went through with your mom and everything. Going through a major illness and things like that. And it just reminds her of her growing up and all the memories that she has.
Yes,
you're an inspiration to a lot. You're an inspiration to a lot of people.
Yeah, it is, and I'm hoping, why I wrote, because even myself, when I was writing this book, I teared a lot, and what I want is people to read it and be able to speak out and to heal. We need to heal, and and we're okay. It's okay.
Well, it should be important to let people know that if there are issues regarding your mental or other people's mental illness, it should be talked about. It's best to get it out, and so you can get help. Because some people really need it, and it's very important.
Yeah.
And we really appreciate the hard work that you're doing and putting that out in the public so people can get help that they need.
Do you yourself suffer from any of that, or any of your siblings? Because it usually runs
I
in
think
families.
of my dad being so strong. I mean, I went through my own stuff too. I was a young teenage mom, and I went through a divorce, and I went through my own stuff. But with my dad, I think I got a little bit of him to be strong and to keep going, right?
Right.
And I've seen what what happened to my mom, and what it made me feel. So when I'm looking in my children's eyes, I try to be strong. I mean, yes, I broke down, but I've always, okay, what's the next thing I can do to better myself, to better my life, and that's what I did.
Right. That's good. That's good. You made the best of a bad situation, and you were strong, and you remembered your dad, and you just got through it, and you got that through it for your kids, and that's good. But it's good that you talk about these things, because not enough people do.
You need to talk. I mean, that's what I did. I've opened to my friends. I could see my mom. She was so close, and I mean, about her childhood. She would never really talk about it, but she talked to me a lot about her depression as I got older, right?
Yeah.
And so that also helped me. And like I said, my dad being so strong and showing us the power of love altogether made me the person that I am today.
Right.
And I that's why I want to write about it, because, yes, it is sad. It is very sad what my dad went through, and I hear you, what you went through. But if we talk, this is how we heal, or find something to heal ourselves.
Very true. I mean, my mom died at 44 of cervical cancer, never having gotten any help for her mental problems.
Wow,
and, so
it is a touchy situation.
I just didn't want to be that same person. So I went from a young age and got help because I didn't want to become her. And I didn't want to be the same type of mother in those aspects. So, that's all you can do is just learn from your not just your mistakes, but your parents' mistakes, and try to be a better parent for future generations.
Yeah, that's really good for you that you were able to see and change, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to end up like that.
Exactly. And it's scary for them too.
Yeah.
When they're in it, the situation they're in.
But back then, like you said, they didn't talk about these things, and they didn't, they had those bad connotations in their head, like, oh, if I say anything about that I have mental problems, they're going to stick me in a mental institution, strapped to a bed, getting electroshock therapy, and sitting in a padded cell with a straitjacket on. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you see these movies like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and other stuff that really pushes it home that, hey, this is what's going to happen to you if you have mental problems, and if you act a fool or whatever, then this is what's going to happen to you. So, some people don't go get help, especially back in the 80s. People didn't get help because of that stuff. 70s, 80s, you know what I mean? Because they were scared of what was going to happen.
They were scared, that's right.
They were scared because they'd heard all the horror stories and all the stuff,
When I did security at a hospital, I had to do the mental ward, and we strapped a couple of people down. Yeah, we'd hold them down and put these big leather straps. Yeah.
It's sad, though. So, I mean, your mom, I'm sorry that your mom was in there, like, for a year, especially back then when they did that kind of stuff. I mean, just as much as people think that they're not still doing it, they are.
Yeah.
Just maybe not as much.
And the way I look at it is like, before you get there, like what my mom went through and your mom, before they get there, if you ask for help, when when you're feeling sad and you're crying and you're withdrawn from all the activities that you used to like, or you're not eating or you're overeating, there's something going wrong. Go find a friend or counseling or support group, something to talk to get it out before you go too deep.
Right.
Because it just eats you. It just, I don't know, it's just so scary.
Completely understand that.
Well,
wow. Well,
it's a touchy topic, but I want to help people heal. That's, I see what my dad did with my mom, and if I can help somebody else, I want to.
Well, that's why I told Desiree that I would bring you on the show, was because of the message of your book and the subject that you were dealing with. So, I felt that it kind of, I could relate to it.
Okay,
because I had been through something similar, and I thought that was good. I mean, I've dealt with it on the other end of it too. My own son has had mental problems since he was a baby, and I've dealt with it on the other end too. So,
oh wow,
I've gone one way and then the other way. So I've been through the whole thing of my kid being misdiagnosed with ADHD and mental wards. I've had to have him hospitalized 6 times. It's a very hard subject on both sides of the fence for me.
Yeah, for you, yeah.
With a parent and a child.
Yeah.
So, and myself. So,
Yeah.
hits on 3 levels. Yeah. But I'm glad that you guys, you and your siblings did not end up having the mental disorders and the issues that maybe your mom had. I mean, and that's good that you had a dad that was really strong and there for you and talked to you, and you know what I mean. And that's wonderful that you have that, you know, that foundation.
I call him my hero because, thank God for our dad, because God knows what would have happened, right?
Yeah, my dad's a really strong man. He's a good man. He just wasn't there for us in the sense of, like, he didn't talk to us. He kind of he clammed it up to himself and never really talked about it. Once he got married to my stepmother, that was it. Like, it was just like, it was a closed door. It's a past subject. It doesn't exist anymore. You know what I mean? Like, let's never mention it again. I'm closing the door. I'm sweeping this under a rug, and then let's move on with our lives. La, 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 la. Nothing happened here.
Yeah,
so my dad just kept pushing. It wasn't until I got to be in my late 20s, early 30s when I started, mid-20s when I started going to a counselor, that I actually got any help or was able to ever talk about it.
Good. That's amazing. It was amazing that you reached out.
But I'm glad that, have you ever had to go, like, seek, you know, therapy for yourself to talk about what you
there
went
was
through?
A point I did. Actually, whenever I separated with my first husband, my mom actually passed away, I say 4 months after. And I was like, what's happening here, you know? And I was like basically going crazy and crying a lot, and I did go for help. Yes, I did.
That's good.
And then that's when I started talking with my dad, and I started talking to my friends, and you know, I did a lot of, like, actually did a lot of swimming in laps around the pool just to, you know, get it all out. But I went through a lot myself, like you said, but I had to pick the pieces and look in the eyes of my children. You know, I have 4 boys.
Right. Wow.
And I looked into I looked in their eyes, and I could see, like, what my mom went through, and then I'm going, is that what I'm going to do to my own children? And you know,
right.
So,
that's
but
good.
I didn't take no meds. They offered me some, and I tried. I said, let's try without, because I seen my mom take medication all of her life too.
Yeah.
But meds are good if you need it, right? But I chose not to.
Some people don't need it. It depends on your how severe you are. Like, as far as chemical imbalances or whatever, it depends on what you have as to whether or not you really need it.
Exactly.
Some people don't need that kind of stuff. You know, some people can get by with counseling and you know, exercise and just, you know, eating healthy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You got to change your ways. You exactly have to change your ways of the way you're thinking and you're feeling, and it you know, you just I don't know. That's what I did. I changed my, like, well, for me, it scared me because I was seeing my mom and me as a little girl, and I was seeing my children, and I didn't want to do that to them, right? So that's one big thing that helped me. And then again, with my dad, he helped me. We talked a lot, and, you know.
Well, thank you so much for calling in today.
You're welcome.
It's been very informative,
and
thank you so much. I'm going to see if Desiree will shoot me a copy of the book, because I would love to read it.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank you so much for being on the show today and for calling in, especially all the way from Canada, Ontario, our friends from the north.
Is that close to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from northern Maine, so yeah, it's near.
Oh, you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you know what snow is all about.
it's near us, so yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Suzanne, for calling in today. And that's Bellefeuille. Bellefeuille? Did I say it right?
Bellefeuille, yeah.
Bellefeuille?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Got it.
Good. I got it. Finally. Okay.
You got it.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And we look forward to maybe seeing your next book and talking to you in the future about that one.
Yes.
Oh, cool. All right.
All right. Go check out The Path of Lucas, everybody, by Susanne Bellefeuille.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Very
she called in. That was very nice. It sounds like it would be a wonderful book, and it'll probably be one of those books that'll make you laugh, make you cry, make you want to slap someone. Me, it'll make me want to go slap my dead mother.
Oh, shit.
That would not be good. Because I do not feel like digging 6 feet down. Anyway, god dang. Ooh, sorry. If I don't laugh about it or joke about it, then I'll go crazy. But anyway, this is you've been listening to Jenny's Real Talk on the Block, LA Talk Radio, Channel 1, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Spreaker. This has been a crazy episode already. Jenny's been crying. Jenny never cries. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. No, but that was something that hit close to home.
Really emotional.
So, all right. Things that are coming up. Again, this is Jennifer DeVoe, your wonderful hostess, and our wonderful JJ.
Yo!
Yes. And let's hear from some important people first before I come back and tell you about some important stuff that's about to happen soon. Okay.
Metal Babe Mayhem is more than just an online store. It's a destination. MetalBabeMayhem.com carries over 150 rock and roll products, including clothing, jewelry, and accessories. Metal Babe Mayhem also offers shrine clothing and alchemy gothic jewelry. In addition, Metal Babe Mayhem founder Allison Metal Babe Cohen is a rock and roll journalist who supports local and national artists with rock and reviews, interviews, playlists, networking, and more. Metal Babe Mayhem is taking over the world, one shirt at a time.
This is the rock band Foe, and you're listening to Jenny's Real Talk on the Block.
LA Talk Radio. Chanel Juan.
On iHeartRadio.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Evernow, and you're listening to Jenny's Real Talk on the Block on LA Talk Radio Channel 1.
3, 4. This is Hurtin' the Heartbeat, and you're listening to Jenny's Real Talk on the Block on LA Talk Radio Channel 1 and iHeartRadio. Oh, yeah!
What's up, y'all? This is Mac Matt. I'm up in here getting it in with Jenny from the Block on that LA radio talk station. Tune in, man. One love.
Hey, this is Slam on Jenny's Real Talk on the Block, LA Talk Radio on Channel 1
and iHeartRadio.
Yep. Party hard. Don't do drugs.
Hey, this is Maxwell Carlisle from Society 1, and you're listening to Jenny's Real Talk on the Block on LA Talk Radio Channel 1 and iHeartRadio.
It's your boy Yellow Boy the Duke, a.k.a. the motherfucking Loke. If you didn't know, we on Jenny's Real Talk on the Block / iHeartRadio / LA Talk Radio. You hear me?
This is Killset, and you're listening to Jenny's Real Talk on the Block on LA Talk Radio, Channel 1, and iHeartRadio.
Yeah! Sonia, hey guys, this is Sonia Harley, and you're listening to Jenny's Real Talk on the Block on LA Talk Radio, Channel 1, iHeartRadio, baby. And iTunes, don't forget that. Mwah!
Okay, you've just heard from some past guests from Jenny's Real Talk on the Block about how wonderful we are. Anyhow,
come check us out.
We had Susanne Bellefeuille. If you were not on here earlier, which you should have been listening to the interview, anyway, it was author of The Path of Lucas. Okay, so here we go. Upcoming episodes of Jenny's Real Talk on the Block. Next week, next Wednesday, on December 20th, we will have singer Always Carries. He's like soul, R&B, rap, and hip-hop. He does a little bit of everything. Really good. He's a real incredible singer. You guys are going to really like him. His nickname is The Gift.
Oh, wow.
That's why I have him on the week before Christmas.
Yeah.
Get it?
Nice.
Oh my God. His name is The Gift.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him as a gift to the world of LA. Anyway, so he will be on next week. Always carries.
All right.
After that, I'm hoping we're going to have. You want to talk about this one?
Oh, that's a friend of mine. That's Antoine Carter. His stage name's Don Twan. He is a musician. He's published. He's done records with some rappers that are known, but I'm gonna let him talk about that. I don't want to.
Okay, well, all right. Well, you said he's worked with Chuck D from Public Enemy or something.
He said he worked with him.
He's worked with him before. Okay, all right. So yeah.
Praise
cool.
Against Prophets of Rage.
Prophets of Rage. Okay, so he's
he has RBX.
He's quite published in the music industry. Is the point of this one? So Antoine Carter. You said it was Don Juan.
Don Twan.
Don Twan.
Yes.
Don Twan.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like I've heard of him actually. So nice. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I let you talk about that one because that's your baby.
Yeah.
And that's also JJ's birthday episode.
Yeah.
So tune in 2 weeks from today.
I will be
my baby's birthday episode.
I will be 50.
He will be 50. The big 50.
50.
And in man speak, that means he's 5. No, I'm just kidding.
They got pills for that, baby.
Men
drinks.
Speak.
They got drinks.
No. What I mean is that usually like your maturity wise. At 50, you're really
go
5.
Backwards.
You're really 5. No, just kidding.
Go backwards.
No, 1 year for every decade. You're finally a 5-year-old. No, I was kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm being an ass.
You have an ass.
That's true. It's large and in charge.
Anyway,
big and white. Big and white. You would know it. You see it probably more than I do.
I do.
Anyway.
It's not a full moon, it's a full sun.
That's just wrong. Anyway. Because I'm white?
Yeah.
You going there?
Yeah.
You're totally going there. Plus I have blonde hair. I see how it is. For those of you who don't know, I'm a white woman. This is a black man. Because I realize we are on the radio and you can't see us right now. So, yeah. Okay.
Oops.
Okay, on January 3rd, we're going to have Eric Jeffries from the rock band The Hard Way.
All right.
He has been on a previous episode, if you remember, at the end of July. He performed at the Whiskey. He performed with and opened for. He did like the spade. They set up the stage, technical setup or whatever they call it. I don't remember what they call it, but they opened for the heavy metal band Operation Mindcrime, which is with the original lead singer of Queensryche, which is an '80s band. But they've had music all the way through the '90s. They still have still putting albums out now. Well, actually, it's not Queensryche anymore. It's
Operation Mindcrime.
No, there's Queensryche, and then there's Operation Mindcrime.
Mm-hmm.
Operation Mindcrime is the Jeff Tate version of
Queensryche.
Queensryche, yeah.
But Jeff Tate is the original.
Because he was pretty much one of the founders of Queensryche. But yeah,
I remember seeing him at Don't Let Me Get It. They was at the Whiskey.
Yes,
we seen him at
the Whiskey. Yes,
that was a pretty good show. It was rocking.
So he's going to be on January 3rd, but he's coming on to talk about and play songs from the new album that they have out.
Okay,
and because they're doing the album premiere party on February 9th at the Whiskey. I believe he's at the Whiskey. I'll get back to you, everybody, on that one. But yes, they're doing a album release party, and they're performing with somebody else big that week. But that's February 9th at the Whiskey. And then January 10th, I'm hoping we're going to be able to book Fracture. We'll see.
For the 10th of January.
Yes, that's what I'm waiting to hear back from them. So nothing set in stone yet on that one. We're trying to. The 17th, January 17th, will be Dilly Briggs from the Subject Press and famous author Sasha George.
Okay.
Author of 27 27 books, and a lot of them have been bestsellers.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So she writes fiction and stuff. She's really, I've heard of her actually, Sasha George. She's pretty big, so we like that. And I get interviewed myself for the Subject Press.
Ooh,
that's in January.
Oh, all right.
Let's see, January 24th. I'm hoping we're still going to be able to have pop singer Maya J. I'm going to make sure, I'm going to reconfirm with her, just make sure.
Okay.
And then my birthday episode, January 31st, will be a double feature. We're going to have Dirty Machine and Kill Set, two of the bands that have been on our show before, if you remember, both heavy metal bands. So Dirty Machine and Kill Set have been both confirmed fully for Jenny's birthday episode on January 31st. And then I don't have this one on here, but I remember now. It's February 7th will be this. Speaking of that, we played the Metal Babe Mayhem commercial for Allison Cohen earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Allison, it's a band that she's promoting a lot, and I don't know if she's doing management for them, but she's promoting them, doing promotions and stuff for them. But that's called Lit Soul. Lit Soul. LITSOUL.
Oh,
which is like helping
to
produce their their video, their album, their like music video, and promoting them and stuff.
That sounds interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. So Lit Soul. So they're going to be on February 7th. And then it'll be time for Valentine's Day. And we got another author on for that one, but we're not going to go into that right now. These are upcoming concerts and events in the LA area. The Strips are at the Roxy tonight, Wednesday, December 13th. They go on the stage at 10 p.m. That's at the Roxy 9009 West Sunset Boulevard in West Hollywood. Art Walk LA with food trucks and vendors tomorrow night on Spring Street, 399 South Spring Street. They're going to have, like I said, it's Art Walk LA with food trucks and vendors and a bunch of art stuff. That's tomorrow, December 14th, from 6 to 11 p.m. I and my husband we're not going to talk about the first thing we're going to. That's a Christmas party. Anyway, the other thing we're going to after that is the Krampus Run and after party. The Krampus Run is part of Art Walk LA.
Ooh, Krampus Run.
They are blocking off Winston Street between between Main and Los Angeles streets.
Oh.
So on Winston Street in downtown LA, between Main and Los Angeles streets, they're doing the Krampus Run.
That sounds fun.
And the after party. So it's a bunch of people, men and women, dressed up like Krampus, which is the opposite. It's the opposite of Santa Claus. Instead of rewarding you with presents and things, he hits you with switches on the ass and disciplines you, which is awesome for those of us into BDSM.
You are funny.
Sorry, everybody likes a good spanking every now and then.
The naughty kids get presents.
The naughty kids who like to be spanked get presents. But anyway, so
Krampus is adult for adults then.
Well, not really, but I'm making it for an adult. Anyway, so Krampus Run. It's part of Art Walk LA anyway. So we go to the Krampus Run. That's on the outdoor event is on Winston Street between 8 and 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and the after party is at the Lash Bar, 117 Winston Street in downtown Los Angeles, 90013, from 9 to 10 p.m. Slanderous is playing at the Mission Tobacco Lounge. If you remember, Slanderous has been on our show before, back in May, I believe, April or May. May, I think it was, this last year. They're playing at the Mission Tobacco Lounge, 3630 University Ave, Riverside, California, 92501. That's tomorrow, Thursday, the 14th at 9 p.m. They're opening for Xeno and Ironclad. It's a free show. Don't worry about it.
That right there should give you a motivation to go.
Yeah, at the Mission Tobacco Lounge in Riverside. They go on stage at 9 p.m., and then Xeno is on at 10, and Ironclad's on at 11. It's a free show. Stereo Love is on a Friday night after hours party in Hollywood at 6030 Santa Monica Boulevard in L.A. 90038. They hit the stage at 3 a.m., so it's Friday night, so it's like Friday, it's really Saturday morning, technically. So it's Friday night going into Saturday morning. So Saturday morning, they go on stage at 3 a.m. So technically it's the 16th. It goes from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. It's an 18-plus event. There will be cheap drinks. Women are free. Not free for you to take home, but they can get in for free.
You was gonna get a mob. Free women.
Okay, women get in for free. Rather, sorry, I shouldn't say women are free.
Free women.
Men are only $7.
Wow, we're cheap too.
The men are cheap too. Come on down, get yourself a guy for $7. No, I'm just kidding. No, men can get in for $7. Sorry, I mentioned. And Justine Willis is their new band member and on the keyboards. So go check them out. So go check it out. Scott Ian of Anthrax doing a book signing at Book Soup tomorrow on Sunset Boulevard in West Hollywood. From Anthrax, yep, the heavy metal band Anthrax. Scott Ian he played the rhythm guitar, and he was the co-founder of Anthrax. The book is titled All Access Areas, Stories from a Hard Rock Life. It's on Friday the 15th, this Friday the 15th, 6 to 8 p.m. at Book Soup in West Hollywood. Caitlin Gold is playing at the State Social House, 8782 West Sunset Boulevard, West Hollywood, California. For this Friday the 15th, she goes on from 7:45 to 8:15 p.m. Berlin is at the Rose at 245 East Green Street. So the Rose, which is a pretty big concert venue up in Pasadena. The Berlin will be on this Friday at 9 p.m.
Oh, wow.
Iron Butterfly, people who sang In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, will be at the Whiskey A Go-Go this Friday at 11 p.m. Don't miss it. It's fucking goddamn Iron Butterfly. Let's see. Right Records presents Rock the Bells at PBW Pomona in Pomona, California. This is tickets are on Eventbrite for sale. This Saturday the 16th. It's got Avenue of the Sun, King's Trio, the 95th, Wolf Rage, The Rock Project, Surge, our buddies Dirty Machine.
Yes.
And Johnny Kahn. Dirty Machine takes the stage 11:30 p.m. to 12:15 a.m. That's if they're on time, of course. The rock world never runs on time. Bone Daddy Productions presents Rock in the Cradle Toy Drives this Saturday, 12/16, at Fitzgerald's Irish Pub on Magnolia Street in Huntington Beach, California. Go on down. Raise some money, give some toys to some kids for Christmas. All right.
For a good cause.
Rock in the Cradle. Go on down. Toy drive.
Help the babies.
Help the babies. You get, bring an unwrapped gift for free entry. Villain in Vogue, which used to be 7 Reasons Why. Mick is playing their debut show at Palladino's the 16th. Villains in Vogue. They're at Palladino's. Zavang is playing at the Blacklight District Lounge in Anaheim Street in Long Beach this Saturday, the 16th, 10 to 11 p.m. Edema, Core 10, Dirty Machine, and a bunch of others playing House of Blues in San Diego this Sunday, the 17th, and it all starts at 7 p.m. So our buddies from Core 10 and Dirty Machine will be there. And then there's a bunch of other stuff. Oh my God, so much stuff. Slant, Dirty Machine, and Head PE playing at the Whiskey on the 18th. So next Monday, come hang out with me and JJ. Jenny's Real Talk on the Block down at the Whiskey A Go-Go. There's going to be Slant, Dirty Machine, and Head PE. And then that's on Monday the 18th. 7 p.m. to midnight. Slant with Crazy Town on at the Whiskey on Wednesday the 20th. Oh my God, so many goddamn things. Country Girls Shake It with Glitter Rose. Featured band. Have a Mechanical Bull. Appetizers, full bar. Line dancing. All kinds of fun stuff. Starts, which is next Thursday the 21st at the Rose in Pasadena. Holy crap. There's just, that's a lot. Okay. And we'll be back next week for another thrilling excitement of Jenny's Real Talk on the Block, LA Talk Radio, Channel 1, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Spreaker, SoundCloud, Sonos, and a bunch of other crap. This is Jennifer DeVoe and...
Oh, JJ.
Oh, my God. Okay, anyway, we'll see you
the
next
husband.
week. All right, bye.
You're listening to Jenny's Real Talk on the Block with Jennifer DeVoe, only on LA Talk Radio.